Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, continuing with my Christmas tree build. This is a Christmas tree with 2,170 pieces so far. I'm modeling it off of the Christmas tree at the Rockefeller Center because it was part of Home Alone 2. Lego has done a lot of builds revolving around Home Alone. They did the house, at least. I'm not sure about other ones. I hope to do, I've already done the Plaza Hotel and now the Christmas tree. I hope to do the Duncan Toy Chest at some point. It's not a real place, but it was part of the movie. I'll have to figure out where they filmed the movie so I can get some better geometry of the building. I also hope to do Kevin's uncle's townhouse at some point. It turns out it's not at the address that they said in the movie. I'll have to find out where they filmed that so I can get a better sense of the building. And I might do the penthouse at the Plaza Hotel where they stayed. Uh, and so here we have it. What I really like is how many different pieces and different colors that we have. Let's get a sense of how big it is so far. It is about 21.2 inches tall, 13.2 inches in each dimension. But I'm only up to 2170 pieces, so I still got a lot to go. I hope to do a 5,000 piece build. Right now, it's already got 119 different kinds of pieces. That's my most proudest thing. Uh, and the prices are not loading for some reason. Some of these pieces are kind of rare. They all exist in the color that they have. See, I chose pieces that actually exist in the color they are because I actually want to build this, even if I don't get approved into the program. Um, I'm really pleased that I finally find a hobby that I can share. Right, some of the other hobbies that I've had in years past had some perils in trying to share. Right, so for example, my other art, the metals. Right, some of that can create issues. Right, I don't necessarily want to share with all of my colleagues how much money I'm spending on metals. It might create a safety issue and also just a jealousy kind of issue, right? Um, a lot of people don't understand my computer game programming, and even those that do, I'm working as an adjunct professor at a community college. When people hear that I'm spending multiple hours after work on these projects, it calls into question, if I'm really dedicated to my job, right? I know people are thinking that. The truth is that they kind of work in synergy, but that's not what people think, right? So I can't really share that very openly, at least, right? I love stargazing. A lot of times, when I take a day off to do stargazing events, if I travel somewhere to do it, again, it colors things. Right? People think I'm lazy and all that. Meanwhile, my colleague takes time off to go to Disneyland, and that's accepted in our culture. For I don't know why. Well, I know why, because Disneyland probably spends a lot of money to make it culturally acceptable to go there, right? The stars don't spend money to make it culturally acceptable to view them, right? That's why. But I've discovered the hard way that a lot of times. So right now I'm teaching at a community college and also a tutoring center. A lot of times, how you do at those jobs, your performance review has a lot to do with how well you vibe with the people there, as opposed to how well you're actually doing. Right? Unfortunately, a lot of times those vibes really color performance reviews. They really do, and it's really unfortunate. And I hope to see. Obviously, Lego Studio and Lego Ideas didn't exist when I was a kid, so I hope to live long enough to see better and better things that I could do, right? And especially to live long enough to see Generation X go away, right? Because I do a lot do a lot better with the younger people. I don't do so well with the Gen X people and the baby boomers, especially. There's a lot of cultural divide not that I hate them, right? There's cultural differences. Right now, the tutoring center that I'm working at is owned by a Generation Z person, believe it or not, and that's part of the reason why I'm vibing so well with them. Right, digital natives, and I can share these things, and we can have a good conversation. And I'm also dating another Generation Z person, and again, uh, we vibe really well, right? And so that's why I need to keep my body young and do intermittent fasting and make sure I get enough sleep and all that, which is hard to do if you're working in a toxic environment, right? So it's really a feedback loop, right? But even though I'm vibing really well at the tutoring center, I feel badly that there's so much division in our culture, right? I know not all of my colleagues are vibing 100%. I'm trying to tune that out and and just trying to take what I make at the tutoring center and reinvest it into other positive things like making new connections and obviously invest some money into the strategic metals, right? Indium, zinc, uh, right. Lately, I've been buying mostly indium and zinc, but I hope to get back to bismuth now that the export limitations have been lifted. This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.